Owen Shroyer is scum. You are a rat. You are a fraud. You are a backstabber.
So whether or not you agree with Alex Jones, one thing that has gotten people to listen to him is his authenticity and consistency. Because before Donald Trump was elected, Alex Jones believed in him.
Donald Trump, he is a maverick. I've seen it. I know you're for real. You wouldn't be saying the things you're doing. He's an original. He tells it like it is. I know now from top people that you actually are for real and you understand what you're doing is epic. It's George Washington level.
While also holding Trump to a commitment to not sell out.
Donald Trump's not working for Donald Trump. He wants to work for America. They're scared of you. The whole system's coming out against you. But can you speak about the war for the soul of this country that's happening right now and really tell people what's happening and commit to people that you won't Ross Perot under death threats? Promise us that you're not going to drop out at the key moment.
And he stayed true to that over the years, not swearing blind fealty to Trump, including in 2017 when he bombed Syria.
They compromised Trump. It's just, you know, everybody's got their breaking point, and they got it. They rolled Trump, and he didn't stand up at the moment of truth. Donald Trump shit his fucking pants at the fucking moment of truth and shit all over everybody. I'm not in a fucking cult for Donald Trump. Fuck him, fuck his family, all these people.
Now maybe saying F Donald Trump's family is over the top, but at the same time, it lended Jones the license to slam the MAGA cult.
But this is one of my big irritants with high-level Trump supporters. They're in there drinking. It's a big carnival. They love being near the president. And they just, it's like a beauty pageant or something. And there is just a delirium. Oh, we're invincible. Oh, we can't be stopped. It was just drove me crazy. But sometimes there's 2 minutes of applause and whooping and hollering. And you just, everybody's like, oh, hi. And like, can't believe they're there. And oh, it's like they're in the cool kid club. And I've been saying that.
And even as far as 2025, he stuck with his anti-establishment beliefs and called out Trump for how he handled Iran.
Well, Trump just put this out on Truth Social. It's not politically correct to use the term regime change, but if the current Iranian regime is unable to make Iran great again, why wouldn't there be a regime change? Make Iran great again. So 10 days ago, Israel strikes Iran, says it's about taking out their nuclear program. Within 3 days, Netanyahu says no deals, we want regime change. And now Trump joins in. Yep, that's called sleepwalking us into total war, not what we voted for. To now say, ooh, we need regime change, you see, Trump's getting more hawkish by the minute as things escalate out of control.
And then the Epstein cover-up.
I never saw any evidence of Trump involved in any of the stuff that came out. It was all fake, the fake Jane Does, all the crap. So now by coming in and being part of the cover-up, the Trump administration has become part of it. You cannot see it any other way. I'm physically gonna puke probably right now. My mouth is watering right now because I have integrity.
And all this from a guy who was there on J6 because he believed that Trump was the legitimate winner of the 2020 election. Now for those of y'all who don't watch InfoWars, he had a host on that show, Owen Shroyer, who people might say was kind of like Alex's right-hand man, as he'd been a part of InfoWars since 2016. And he was also on the streets rallying for Trump, so much so that not only was he present on January 6th, but he even got 2 months in prison for his role in it. So suffice it to say he was very pro-Trump since his first term.
Owen Shroyer here for InfoWars. I am at the main meeting point of the Women's March on Washington. Yeah, come here, ma'am. Would you like to talk?
What do you like about Trump? Seriously?
I like his policies. I like cutting taxes. I like looking into 9/11.
Yeah.
If I pay less in taxes, I have more money. This actually kind of feels like a fascist rally. You got radicals up on the stage screaming, getting people fired up, and it's just really strange. Talking about how they don't want to divide people, yet dividing people on politics. They're up here trying to disrupt our democracy. Yeah, this kind of feels fascist to me, yet they're out here protesting fascism. That's just what it feels like. I mean, I feel like I'm being lectured up here by these radicals who really just don't like the results of the election, so they're trying to do anything. Yeah, F me. Here we go.
What up? Go f*** yourself.
Hey, why? Why? What's wrong with me?
Because assault is not boy talk, mother.
I didn't. Who did I assault?
Black lives matter.
Did you catch that? I just got assaulted.
So firstly, does anybody find it funny how that lady was all about boys/men and assault, and then is okay when that girl assaults Owen? Rules for thee, but not for me, I guess. Point is that my man here has been on the streets getting assaulted for Donald Trump, and was loyal to him all through the 2024 election.
Give us the victory. You lost. You lost, CBS. You lost, ABC. You lost, New York Times, Washington Post, LA Times. You lost. It's over. Accept your defeat. I'm sorry that your leader, Kamala Harris, is too drunk to speak tonight. I'm sorry that your leader, Joe Biden, is too tired to even be awake for this. And, you know, we've all been through a lot together. I doubt that we'll have any easy times, but the work really begins now. The work really begins when Trump takes office. We take over the media. We take over Congress. We take back D.C. We take back our future. We bring back world peace. We bring back prosperity. We bring back common sense. And we bring back American culture and grit.
But just like Alex, Owen was not blindly loyal to him, particularly when it came to Israel.
But here's kind of the problem, and I'm not going to get too much into the issue with MAGA or MAGA's base, but there's something building here that's not good, and you might see an end result in New York City tomorrow. Look, there's undeniable Israeli influence or even just outright control of Americans' foreign policy. This is undeniable. And if you just look at the recent developments, here's Trump trying to negotiate peace, and here's Israel saying, nope, we're going to keep striking. Okay. Oh, just strike the nuke strikes. Nope, we need regime change. We don't need your help. Yes, we do. Yeah, it's pretty clear that Israel doesn't view anyone as an ally. Only assets. Think about it. Israel starts a war, and then they ask you to finish it. Then, when the war reaches their land, they run to the bunkers that you paid for. They run to the airports that you paid for to flee. Or they drive on the roads that you paid for to flee. And then they use their foreign passport to go hide in another country. Does that sound like a proud, strong country? Starts wars and finishes them and stands strong and holds their ground?
And during the Epstein debauchery.
Well, by now, you've likely seen President Trump's latest Truth Social post, basically saying the Jeffrey Epstein story is a hoax, and those that are still talking about it are bad people, and now his past supporters. This is President Trump basically signaling to his base, his original supporters that have been with him since 2015, that he's moving on. At least that's how I take it. So the people that have been fighting with him since 2015, the people that were in the streets for him, the people that were in prison for him, he's moved on from us. And so now we're his past supporters, we're hoaxers, we're bad people. And this Epstein post now is the worst yet. Nobody can seem to make any sense of it. The only conclusion I can land on at this time is that he's done. He doesn't care about our support anymore. He's got new people he's wanting to ride with now, and it's not us. He's going to work with the political establishment now. He's going to work with the neocons now. He's going to be working with the warmongers now. And he has a new base of supporters, not his original supporters, but the new MAGA that popped up in 2024 that will just support him no matter what. And to do it over the Epstein story is a strange phenomenon. But now the fallout is inevitable. Now, his approval rating will hit an all-time low by the end of the week. This slide began after the Iran strikes, and really that's when things started to go sideways. And I just don't understand why President Trump would do this. It doesn't make any sense to anybody.
While also maintaining his gratitude for Donald Trump.
I don't regret voting for President Trump. I don't regret supporting President Trump. And I'll always be grateful for President Trump for freeing innocent people from prison and for pardoning me and all the great things that he's done. But I just feel like we've crossed the point of no return now. And to me, this latest post is he's over us.
But in a strange turn of events, Owen has recently left InfoWars, and the reasons may be surprising.
Why I am done at InfoWars. Now, there's a reason why I'm doing this tonight. There's a reason why I have to do this tonight, and I'm going to explain it all. Because that's what you deserve as my audience, as people who have financially supported me over the years, as people that sent me letters when I was in prison, just all of it. And I'm sorry that it had to end so abruptly, but about an hour ago, I got off the phone with Alex, and that was it. So I owe it to you. I feel I owe it to you, the audience, to explain what went wrong and why I decided to leave. Just to be perfectly clear, this is not how I wanted it to be. I did not want it to go this way. I tried everything so that it wouldn't, but I am left with no choice but to come on here tonight and make the announcement. You may have noticed I've been taking a lot more time off. Specifically, you may have noticed how on Thursday, I walked off the show mid-show. It was about an hour into the show. And just so you understand what happened, and if you watched the InfoWars War Room, you've seen this before, so it's not like it's anything new, but Alex was disrupting the show, and he wanted me to cover something, and he wanted me to get a guest on. I'm in the middle of the show while it's going on, as you see so many times, and it just didn't go well. I kind of just reached my point of no return, and so I just walked off the studio.
And one instance of Alex barging in mid-show that I'd like to bring up is when Owen and Nick Fuentes were talking about Israel.
But I want to get back to what you were saying about college, because I think it's...
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on a second.
Hold on a second.
I just got a call from Tel Aviv. It's got the call. Stop talking about Israel right now.
Oh, it was straight out of Tel Aviv, huh?
Yeah, Benjamin Netanyahu, my boss.
Are you sure it wasn't Jerusalem?
Stop right now.
Or Washington, D.C.?
I'm ordering you.
Or Trump Gaza International?
I'm in there every day telling Owen. I have to restrain him.
Did you? Are you going to take the trip, Alex? You want to go touch the wall?
Yeah, no, I would love to go see Golgotha where Christ was crucified. I would love to do all that.
Would you kiss the wall? Like Vance?
You know, probably to troll people, yeah.
That'd be a good troll. That'd be a pretty good troll.
I would do the opposite thing. I would refuse to touch the wall to troll people.
No, listen, that's a Titus destroyed that in 70 AD.
Now, on the surface, it might sound like a joke, and it may very well be, but you note those long pauses, and it seems, keyword seems, because I'm not in his head, it seems he's getting uncomfortable with Nick Fuentes and Owen talking about intentionally not kissing the wall to troll people. It kind of in a way reminds me of a few years ago when Ye was going on the anti-Semitic rant on Alex Jones. I always thought Alex Jones was being the unusual voice of reason to get Ye to calm down, and let me be clear, I really didn't like that Ye was doing that. I get that he was clearly mentally ill and he needed to be calmed down for his own sake, but looking back on it, Jones knew he was mentally ill, and Alex Jones does go on unhinged rants himself. It does make you wonder, why draw the line at anti-Semitic stuff? Could it be that Jones feared the Mossad and eventually became compromised by it himself? I don't know, something just doesn't add up here. Particularly when Owen goes into the reason as to why he left InfoWars.
Now, I will say, it was a little upsetting to me that he went on and said that I had a family emergency. I did not have a family emergency. There was no family emergency. I didn't appreciate people reaching out to me thinking that something bad had happened, including my own parents. So there was no family emergency. I walked off the show. I've never done that before in my life. And that's not how I operate. That's not who I am. But I felt powerless in that moment. And the only power I had was just to walk off because I couldn't do another thing. But, you know, kind of to give you the longer form situation, you probably noticed I had not been hosting the War Room a lot this month. And, you know, Alex had been coming into my show and talking about how I'm negative and calling me a pessimist and all this other stuff, which is fine. You work for Alex, you're going to get hit with it a lot. Okay, he says I'm too negative. He says I'm a pessimist, whatever, I'm too anti-Trump. So I just said, all right, you know what? I'll just take some time off. I'll just disappear. And if Alex thinks I'm too negative, then maybe he's right. Maybe he's right. Maybe I'm too negative now. Maybe I'm too much of a pessimist now. Maybe I'm too anti-Trump now. Whatever his issue was when he kept coming in the show, telling me I'm too negative, saying I'm a pessimist on his show, I said, okay, maybe he's right. I'll take some time off. I'll blow off some steam. I'll just get out of the ring for a week. And, you know, maybe I'll come back a little more positive. And you know, maybe there was a level of reality to that. And I think I did come back more positive. But the same issues that I had started up immediately as soon as I came back. And it's not to say that I didn't have creative control over the InfoWars War Room. But I mean, imagine it's like somebody staring over your back 24/7.
So first of all, as we established, Owen is not anti-Trump. He supported Donald Trump, but Alex should know that you don't owe loyalty to a figurehead. The whole reason InfoWars started was to question the establishment, and Owen was just doing that. In a spectacular manner, I might add, and objectively he's more pleasant to listen to, but that's besides the point. Why would Alex Jones all of a sudden have a problem with Owen being too anti-Trump? And why would he lie and say Owen had a family emergency? What are you hiding, Alex? This isn't a good look for him, especially when you contrast Owen's gratitude.
Now, my intentions, I wanted to go in this week. I wanted to go in tomorrow. And I wanted to finish this week, and I wanted to finish positively at InfoWars. And you know, I even said if he wanted me to kind of stick around like a satellite to go down with the ship, that I'd be willing to play some sort of a satellite role to go down with the ship and be a part of that and continue, you know, wearing the name on the front of the jersey for at least some semblance while it's still ongoing. He didn't express any interest in that. And so he told me that he didn't need me and good luck. And that was that. That was that. So I wanted to make this announcement on InfoWars. I wanted to make this announcement with Alex. That actually meant a lot to me. That's what I wanted. I wanted to leave in a very positive fashion. I wanted to announce it to the InfoWars audience on the InfoWars airwaves. I wanted Alex and the crew and everybody to be there, and I wanted to shake Alex's hand. I wanted to thank him for everything. I wanted to just go down memory lane of all the things that we've done. But he wasn't interested in that. And he said, don't come in this week. So that was that. So now here I am announcing that it's done. I will not be on InfoWars. I don't know if ever again. Won't be hosting the War Room this week. I don't really know what else there is to say about that.
Hey, Owen, what do you have to say to Alex Jones?
Alex Jones is a living legend, and I have nothing but appreciation for everything he did for me. I wish you nothing but the best, Alex. Now watch this drive.
With Alex's attitude.
I'm here to censor.
Oh no, he's here. We've crossed the line.
You should launch a new independent show and claim that I censored you for years and get 1 million viewers and betray me. And you're allowed to lie about me any way you want.
You know I love you.
No,
Look,
I'm using this as a case point. You understand that? Mm-hmm. How much have I come in and censored you over the years?
Yeah, not enough, frankly. I say some things that I shouldn't be saying.
Have I ever censored you?
Never once. Literally never once.
Hey, if you want to quit and have a publicity stunt and lie about me, I forgive you, okay?
Well, that's
I know. I'm
very
just saying I expected. Hey, David Knight did it. Owen's done it. It's like Anakin Skywalker's become Darth Vader.
Can we sing a song?
Hey, when I go on the air, I'm letting you have it, Shroyer. You stabbed your brother in this operation in the back, and you're a fucking liar, fucking asshole. He would try to control the show. He would whatever. And then as all the articles come out, and Jones censored Shroyer on Trump criticism and Israel. So let's see if Shroyer comes out and apologizes for you. Oh, no, he's going to say, I didn't really exactly say that. No, you couched each statement perfectly thought out and looking down at your notes to be able to lie about us and try to hurt this organization for your benefit so you can be a hero. You are a snake. You are a rat. You are a fraud. You are a backstabber. You are a handbiter. You are a disgrace. Even before he went to prison for 4 months, and we did the crowdfunding, raised, fought everything for him, all that, he stopped talking to the crew very much and didn't have a good attitude, was pissed off all the time. And then it got to where he'd show up right before the show, wouldn't even talk to the crew. He'd walk by me and say something like, just start laughing at me. Like, again, I'm not in junior high, so it didn't hurt me at that level. It hurt me that he was just like, yeah, I heard you, yes. Oh, and we can go further. When The Onion, backed by Bloomberg, did the fraudulent auction and got caught in all of that back in November, on November 13th, and I said, we're not leaving, this is a fraud, I'm filing emergency motion, the judge found it to be a fraud, Owen just left and just called the producer and said, I'm done, I quit. Even though we have a backup studio, I told everybody, hey, it's going to be fine, we have new backers, all this stuff, if we get shut down, he's like, I'm gone, starts announcing, is this the time, because InfoWars is being shut down, he thinks, announce his new network and funding and all this stuff, and then we're back the next day, and Owen just shows back up and does his show, and just looks at me with hatred, and like slinks in there, just because he really wanted me to fire him so he could be a victim. And I confided just in a few of the producers. I said, he wants to be a victim. I said, I'm going to have love and say prayers for him that he gets better. I'll be really nice to him, give him extra bonuses. Maybe he'll pull out of it. I tried to talk to him. He's never wanted to talk to me. And I said, but I said, he's going to stab me in the back. He's a new person. And I don't know if it's his personal life. I don't know if it's stuff he's smoking. But I've seen a lot of people get paranoid, that smoke pot and go nuts. But I can just tell you this right now. I'm not here to be shit on or stabbed in the back, and we did nothing to you but be loyal. And your little 5-hour extravaganza of little puppy dog that doesn't know why, and he just wanted to come back and shake my hand and be nice, and then I kind of censored him and said, no, you don't need to host your show. He's an elitist, arrogant dirtbag. Owen Shroyer is scum. You like that, Owen? You want more? I got a lot more. You think I'm here to be on? Do I look like a toilet to you? This is the dark Alex Jones. There's no more filter. It's gone.
No, I don't know whether Shroyer was a backstabber and all the things that Alex claims. Maybe he was. But until Alex can produce receipts of all the things he's saying about Owen, we can really only go off the optics and what we know, because perspective is everything. And the way Alex is behaving is just not a good look for him. I will say though, if Alex Jones was compromised by the Mossad, it would be very sad, because then he'd have become everything he's spoken against. Now, for all we know, this could just be for show and none of this was a real beef. But if it is, Owen is at the moment coming out as a victor. At the same time, we shouldn't just jump to conclusions and say that Owen good, Alex bad, just because Owen is a smooth talker. And I'm not even remotely saying he's untrustworthy, but the premise of InfoWars has always been to stay curious and stay inquisitive, and by treating this situation in that way, we are emulating the model Owen Shroyer. But guys, I want to thank you all for watching this video as always, and if you appreciated my commentary, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to this channel, hopefully I've earned a subscription. Here's some more videos for you to watch in the meantime. Until next time, peace out.